Hey, Jay here. Today's tech tip, we're going to talk about installing a bulletproof swing arm guard on a KTM. The two bolts in the rear where you bolt up your chain block are a bit vulnerable out there in off-road riding conditions, and so they can get broken off. You can break those tabs right off your swing arm. So if you're going to be riding in those kind of conditions, you'll want to just get a guard like this. This is a bulletproof one. Pretty simple little piece. We're going to show you how to install this thing right now on about any KTM out there. So this tab and this tab are the ones we're going to try to strengthen up with this bracket on here in place. These holes here and here will get drilled into the frame right here and here. So we're going to remove, you don't have to remove the chain, but you do have to take your rear wheel off to do this. So we're going to take the chain, because we were messing with it anyway, so our chain's ready to come off. We're going to take off the guard and just mount this up there right now. So like I said, you wouldn't have to remove the chain, but we already had the master link off because we were changing out the chain block. So we thought it was a good time to install our guard and shoot a little video. In our case here, we have a TM Designs chain block. You can do this with a stock one or theirs. Okay, so now I'm bolting this up without the chain block in place. Now in the rear here, it bolts into the chain block, so this bolt's just kind of holding it in place. And so now you're going to be able to drill underneath here. Okay, so from underneath here, I'm going to get right in the center, make a little spot drill mark in both spots. So now at this point, we'll take this off, now that we have our holes in there started. So now at this point, just going to drill our holes all the way through. Okay, so we've got our two holes. Now drilling into your swing arm for some people might be more than they want to do. So make sure you're comfortable with that. You can run it without drilling the holes in and just having the bracket. Okay, so now with our tap, we push up and thread all the way through the swing arm. Now, some models of KTMs, like EXCs, I think, some models will already have these holes in. This bike's an XC, so it's not in. So with our tap, we're gonna just go like so. And you can spray a little bit of lube on there. It's pretty short threads, so pretty simple deal. And these bolts are just kind of to keep that thing steady and dissipate a little bit of that load when you take a hit. So now you screw in your guard. You can't get to these bolts once you got your chain block on. So you've got to put these on first and get them tight. And to get them tight, you'll want to put a bolt through the hole so you make sure you're good. So I put both bolts through here. That way I can tighten these up and know that we can make it through the holes when we put our chain block on. Okay, so we're good and tight there. Now we can put our chain block in. So now we're just going to tighten these two bolts good and snug. We did end up putting a little bit of Loctite on there, just some real light. So we got those two on there, and we're good. Everything's solid. Now it can take an impact right here with a rock or to the side here and be a lot less likely to break these tabs off. So as you can see, not a very tough deal. You can leave the chain on, like I said. We had it where we were going to have it off anyway with the chain block deal. So pretty simple deal. They give you really pretty decent instructions because it's pretty simple. So a good piece to have on your KTM or any bike, but in these KTMs, those two tabs are vulnerable, especially since a lot of guys are riding them off-road pretty heavy. So pretty simple deal from Bulletproof.